We've got some developing news for you right now. The trial of Bionca Ellis wrapped up for the day just a very short time ago. Remember, she's the woman accused of fatally stabbing 3-year-old Julian Wood and injuring his mother outside of North Olmsted, Giant Eagle, last June. Well, after spending months in a state mental health facility, Ellis was ruled competent to stand trial. She is maintaining a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. So Natalie Clydesdale listened in today as witnesses gave their testimony, and we do want to give you a warning here. Natalie, I understand there are some really disturbing things to hear today, and we just want our viewers to be ready.
That's absolutely right, Christy. Well, court for today just wrapped up within the last hour or so, and we heard from nearly a dozen witnesses. This includes police officers, a manager from a nearby store, shoppers, a Giant Eagle employee, and nurses who tried to help. They either encountered Ellis on June 3rd of last year before the alleged stabbing, saw it happen, or saw the aftermath. Inside the courtroom today, several 911 calls were played for the jury, in addition to a handful of surveillance videos. One of the most notable videos was of Ellis walking through the Volunteers of America thrift store, which is near the Giant Eagle. The video shows Ellis grabbing knives from the houseware aisle and walking out with them without paying. The manager who testified today said she recognized the weapon was from her store because of the tag that was on it. Now today, we also heard from a man who had just wrapped up shopping on June 3rd of last year and was walking through the parking lot. He saw what happened. Then he said he saw Ellis walk away like she was, quote, walking in the park.
Swinging the knife like she was almost just knew exactly what was going to happen. I saw a woman stabbing a mother and child. I saw the knife covered in blood. I saw violent motions towards a mother and her child.
During yesterday's opening statements, Ellis's lawyer said she acknowledges she's responsible for what happened, but the evidence will show it's obvious she was insane at the time. Now tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll hear from a Giant Eagle employee. Christy.
Wow. All right, Natalie, thank you so much.
All right, continuing on this story, our Kristen Moran has been digging into the legal aspects of this case, and she joins us now live. Kristen, with Ellis pleading not guilty by reason of insanity. And how difficult is that to prove?
Yeah, really difficult, Jay. We actually spoke to Michael Benza, a professor of practice from Case Western, about this today. He says it may not take long to do, but it's a very intensive process. Benza says the defense will most likely bring in at least one psychiatrist or psychologist to speak to this. He says they'll also bring in witnesses who can speak to Ellis's mental state at the time of the crime, including any medication she was taking and the impact of her schizophrenia.
So she has to show a mental disease or defect. Again, that's sort of proven in this case and accepted that she is suffering from schizophrenia, which is the mental disease or defect. But she has to show that because of that defect, she did not understand the wrongfulness of the conduct that she was doing, that is, killing somebody or trying to kill somebody.
Now, Benza says it's straightforward to prove she has a mental illness, but the trickier part here is proving to the jury that Ellis did not understand what she was doing at the time of the incident in that Giant Eagle parking lot. Now, if the jury rejects that argument, Ellis would be sentenced like any other criminal defendant. If jurors find her insane, she wouldn't go to prison, but could be committed to a state mental health facility, Jay.
All right, we'll be watching closely. Kristen Moran, live from our newsroom. Kristen, thank you.